just left unchecked. Like, can be fun Joker. Hello, hello, welcome everyone.
Dang, there you are! Did you see Master Jean?
I saw her, but purposely avoided her. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, if I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the object of one of her investigations. But back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the Abyss forces, but wasn't able to gather any information. I see. Well then, we can more or less figure out where the first field tiller ended up.
Huh? Really? Just from the Lupus Boreas?
That information combined with a more comprehensive analysis. For example, the old story you told me you heard in the cathedral. Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister, long mistaken to be a curse rained down by a deceased tyrant.
Ah, Paimon gets it! So the Tyrant's final fury was really just missiles fired from the field tiller after it ran from Wolvendom. After it was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North, it must have wandered into the ruins of Old Mondstadt and stayed there. Then, whenever anyone got close, pew, pew, boom! It would fire a ton of missiles at them. Until one day, it finally broke down for good, and the fireballs stopped raining from the sky. Back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before, so they came to interpret it as the Tyrant's final fury.
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area. What do you mean?
Huh? You mean... Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that abandoned ruin guard sitting
Alan, we are
atop the
watching
tower
photo.
when we went there before. Can't forget something like that. stand by. Zip on up! Surprise!
For 5 people are watching live, but like
Wow, she sure didn't waste any time. So, how'd it go? Did she tell you where the gem came from? So there's two? So where's the other gem now? You think it's related to the other gem? Sounds like we need to investigate the site of the robbery. But what about the preparations for the Sub-Zero's festival? Hey, we're in this together. There's no way we're backing out now.
போடு 6 நிமிஷம் வச்சு லைவ் பார்த்துருக்கலாம். லைக்கை போட்டுப்பா. லைவுக்கு யாராவது புதுசாக சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணி பெல்லை கனாலில் போட்டுருங்க. Hi, big fan bro. Wapa wapa, I love you, big fan. Let's reach 500. Yeah, let's see. என்ன ஜென்ஷன் வரதான் என்ன ஜென்ஷன் இம்பாக்ட் வரியாடா? நான் இது முடிச்சிட்டு இருக்கேன், நகிடா ஸ்டோரி கொஸ்டின் முடிச்சிட்டு இருக்கேன். உன்னால என் கூட ப்ளே பண்ண முடியாது. வரதா இருந்தா வாடா, ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. பட் வந்தா வியூஸ் போயிடுமே. சேவும் இல்லை, சேவ் தூங்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். ஏன்னா இப்ப ட்விஸ்ட் வரப்போகுது. சிஸ்டரை ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் மீட் பண்ணுவால, அந்த ட்விஸ்ட் வரப்போகுது. சிஸ்டரே கேட்டுட்டே இருந்தாங்களே அப்படின்ட்டு சிஸ்டர் காட்டலாம் அப்படின்ட்டு இது பண்றேன்.
From the goddess of flowers with these rare desert spices, only available here.
He is ready. Now it's time for a short rest.
touch of goodness from the goddess of flowers with these rare desert
Seems Winnie is
spices.
saying some strange
Only
things again.
available here.
It's really worrying.
கூடி
you explain a magic trick, then the allure of the performance is lost. Relationships are the same. If you
Interesting. Hi bro, Hitman Tamranikil. Hi bro, welcome to the show.
Final warning! Let the mountain's veins boil! Feeling lucky? Oh! This one's got your name on it! Oz, reveal thyself!
Midnight Phantasmagoria. No rest for the wicked.
Drop your weapons! A proper send-off from the Stina with love. Hiya! Letting praise names echo! Bring it! You asked for it! By royal decree! Feeling lucky? Ha-ha! Ha! Let the mountain's veins boil! Attack! That's the way. What? Where'd that come from? Final warning! Midnight Phantasmagoria! Hey there! Fire! Well, with frost. Hear the echoes of the valley! Bring it!
Why is the waiting period so long when you start this? Oh, அதுவா ஆக்சுவலி நான் வந்து யூஸ்வலாக 10 o'clock இல்லை 11 o'clock அந்த மாதிரி தான் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுவேன். ஸோ 10 minutes பிஃபோரே ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணேன் அப்படின்னா நோட்டிஃபிகேஷன், அப்புறம் லேப்டாப் அதர் வியூவு, லேப்டாப் அதர் மெசேஜ், மொபைலில் சேட் ஓப்பன் பண்ணுறது, ஸோ எல்லாம் ஒரு செட்டப் பண்ணிட்டு உட்காந்துருந்தேன். ஸோ தண்ணி கிண்ணி குடிக்கிறது. ஸோ அதனால் அது யூஸ்வலாகவே கொஞ்சம் டைம் கொடுக்கணும். ஏன்னா நோட்டிஃபிகேஷன் கொடுத்து எல்லாருமே கால்லே போகிறோம்னா கொஞ்சம் சீக்கிரம். அதனால் நான் போட்ட உடனே எல்லாம் வந்து அப்படியே உள்ள உட்காரணும் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணக்கூடாது. ப்ளஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து ஒரு செட் ஆகிறதுக்கு ஒரு 5 to 10 minutes அந்த மாதிரி கொடுப்பேன். இல்லை சம்டைம் சடனாக ஏதாவது ஒரு ஒர்க் வந்துடும். ஸோ அதனால் அது போட்டுட்டு ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ண டைம் பதிலாக ஒரு 10 minutes எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ஏதாவது கால் இல்லை ஏதாவது ஒரு மெசேஜ் மாதிரி இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் பேர். ஓகே ஓகே. ஷீல்டு போட்டுக்கலாம்.
got him cornered.
Where are you?
Journey ends here.
Reconstitute!
Fire it up.
Speed of light! Hey! The insult
Target acquired.
shall be punished. Where are you?
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand.
Shadow of the past. Mine to command.
Submit your soul in sacrifice! Neutralize! Speechless! A little ambiance! Forever hold your peace!
I got you covered. Stop. Check this out.
Don't
Lord
blink!
of Sand, your sacrifice is ready.
I got him cornered.
The insult shall be punished.
Your journey ends here.
Claim these souls.
The dead blaze in dragon!
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand.
Locked up.
Your sacrifice is ready.
The insult shall be punished. Where are you? Bow before your king! Submit to your soul in sacrifice!
Journey ends here.
Extract! Incoming! Nowhere to hide!
உங்க டைட்டில் ஸ்க்ரீனை தான் 10 மினிட்ஸ் பார்த்துட்டு சும்மா இருக்கேன். ஓ ஓகே எங்க பார்த்துக்கோ நான் தெரிய மாட்டேன். ஷோகன் இருக்கா வேற லெவலு. இது வாட்டரு ஷோகன் இருக்கா. எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் டீம் போட முடியுமா? முடியாது. என்ன டீம் போடலாம்? ஆஷ்
Rain outlines your fate. Time to act. Stop right there! Justice will prevail! Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape! Know my sword! Rain cutter! Let the mountain's veins boil! Final warning! Rain outlines your fate. Now you shall perish! Let me weave you a verse. Hands where I can see them! Know my sword! Drop your weapons! Torn to oblivion! Shine down! Rain cutter! You asked for it! Now you shall perish! stage. Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of Gugwa.
Oopsie daisy.
Welcome, weary traveler from afar.
Damn this.
No more words. Let's move.
Zip on up! There you are, eavesdropper. Over here! Surprise! Over here! Step on up!
ஹாய் ப்ரோ, ஹாய் ஜெயனே, வெல்கம் வெல்கம். என்ன ஜெயனே மதுராலாம் ரொம்ப பிஸியா இருக்கீங்க போல இப்பலாம். ஏண்டா வந்து உள்ள ஒரு 1/2 மணி நேரம் உட்கார மாட்டேங்க.
Surprise! Over here!
Wow, we really are in the middle of nowhere. Wait, are those broken planks over there?
Oh, I can't believe this. We made sure to pick a remote path and we still got ambushed. Ah! Who's there?
Guardian?
Calm down. I think we're safe. Pretty sure stealing's not in a Guardian's job description.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Don't mind him. Some of our guys are still on edge after the robbery this morning. The robbery took everything from us. We can't just let that slide, so I'm taking my men to confront them and get back some of what they stole at least.
Hazardous materials.
For the love of... You can't just say that. Listen, it was just some firecrackers and fireworks.
But that's what the crates had written on them.
Fireworks. What else would they be labeled as? Perishable goods? Ugh. Just ignore him, please. As you can see, some of my guys aren't particularly bright. If the guards at Caravan Rebot hear of this, we'll get questioned all over again. To some tribal camps in the desert. Everybody's looking to celebrate with the Sub-Zero's festival coming up. Even small businesses like us got a share of the orders. Mostly the long-distance transports that no one else wanted. Well, it was like this. We had just set out on the remote path when...
A web of thorns and vines suddenly blocked our way!
Vines?
What? No, why would there be vines in the desert? Our wagon got stuck in the sand. That's what happened. I'm sure it was after that.
Bombs started falling from the sky!
Bombs?
Ugh, just stop talking. That robbery messed you up more than I thought. Don't listen to his nonsense. He's just a bit shaken up by what happened. Anyway, as we were trapped, the bandits started firing rockets at us, which made a lot of the fireworks go off. In the middle of all the chaos, they ran off with the rest of our stuff.
Okay. One minute, wait. அடிக்கிட்ட எல்லாம் வேற ப்ராப்ளம் தான். இதோட இந்த வீட்டில் ரெண்டாவது டைம் போஸ்ட் வந்து ஏதோ நான் சாகுற மாதிரி கொடுக்குறேன்.
No, we couldn't really see anything. There was sand everywhere, and we were more preoccupied with getting out alive. Although, I did notice that one of the bandits had this green stone. Yes, exactly like that! I just couldn't make sense of it. If you already have something that valuable, why go after our cheap firecracker? Well, all right. We'll just take another...
So one group of bad guys attacked the other?
Surprise! Step on up!
Paimon hopes the Sub-Zero's festival doesn't get ruined. Things are turning...
Oh? And what things would those be? Sounds like something the General Mahamatra should know about.
Dino, what are you doing here?
I'm here on business, investigating an unusual robbery case.
Wait, could it be the same one we've been investigating?
Just doing my duty. By the way, I brought something that I think might help with the investigation. Have some Parisara pudding.
Okay, thanks.
Well, find any clues? They say the proof is in the pudding, after all.
Did you have to tell that joke when Paimon had a mouthful of pudding? She almost choked.
Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Tell me more about this robbery case of yours. I see. So you and Candace already did a preliminary investigation.
Yep, Candace can tell you the rest when she gets back. That merchant group was really suspicious.
All right, you can leave the rest to me. On a different note, do you have any other plans for the day?
Oh, we'll probably head back with Candace. We're meeting up with everyone to prepare for the super awesome dinner we're planning tonight.
Strange. Sounds like you're hiding something from me.
What? No, not at all. We'd never do anything like that.
Do you know why henna berries can't tell a lie?
Why?
Because they're always going to be red straight through. You think so? Then tell me your secret.
Seriously, there's no secret.
Is that so? You're not afraid of ending up like the bass in the lake?
What?
Because they always wind up eating their worms.
Yeah, who knew being interrogated by the General Mahamatra was this miserable? Thank goodness you're back. Please save us.
Nice to see you, Candace. The Traveler already updated everything, so you can leave the robbery case to me. But when I asked about their plans this afternoon, they started dodging my questions.
Candace! It's supposed to be a secret! What? Why didn't you say something sooner?
Well, once you told me about the case, I realized I might not make it this afternoon. I was going to ask you to tell, but you decided to end the conversation.
Seriously? So we had to listen to a couple of Sino jokes for nothing?
Well, with that resolved, could you tell the group I've got a case? Oh, the items I was supposed to get. Could you take them back with you?
Sure thing, we've got this.
I would hope so. I just handed it to you.
Oh, enough already!
இந்த அப்டேட்ல சைனாவுக்கு இதெல்லாம் சொல்லி ஜோக்கெல்லாம் சொல்லி கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. நல்லா இருக்கே. காட்டுக்குள்ள போட்டான் எதுவுமே இல்லையே. Hey guys. இதுல போட்டா கூட ஓகே.
Entering standby mode. I hope nobody disturbs me.
Over here! Zip on up! Surprise! We're back. Finally free from all those terrible jokes. That explains why he had all those jokes ready to go even while on the job. Paimon will never understand how he doesn't give himself a cringe attack. Candace? Did you have another vision? Dangerous? Maybe they're the bandits from earlier. Then let's sneak up on them. If they're the ones looking to cause trouble during the Sub-Zero's festival, we should catch them in the act. Hey, did you hear that? Sounds like they're talking about something dangerous. Wait, it's you two? Oh, what kind of terrible plan were you talking about just... Something about explosions and the flower carriage? Okay, so that's what all this was about? Well... Maybe you could dumb that down a little. The past? Well, it does explain what we saw. Kaveh, if crossing. What's that thing coming toward us? Something on your mind? Huh. Yep, bye-bye.
ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் புதுசாக பார்த்தீங்க லைவ் பார்த்துட்டு எல்லாரும் லைக் போட்டு பாருங்க லைவ் புதுசாக இருந்து சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணி பெல் ஐக்கன் ஆன்ல அதுக்கப்புறம் பையன்
Wait, now that you mention it, why aren't we meeting in the city? Wouldn't that be more convenient?
ஆயிட்டாடா இதான் நகிடா செல்ல பேபி எல்லாரும் பாத்துக்குங்க இவன் பத்திரதான் ஐயோ கியூட்டி போய் பாத்துக்க ஐயோ நகிடா வாய்ஸ் வரலையே கடவுளே இது என்ன சோதுவே ஐயோ கியூட்டி போய் வாய்ஸ் வரலையே மேடம் சொல்லிட்டா எல்லாம் I see. A cutie pie. Plants, ஐயோ வாய்ஸ் வரலையே. யூடியூப் நடந்து போறத பாருங்க guys. அவ்வளவுதான் நீலு போடு. எல்லாருக்கும் டிராவலர் மேல ஒரு கண்ணு எப்படி
That was too close.
வந்து வந்து ஜர்க்கு குடுக்குற பாவம்.
Hyman's heart can't take much more of this.
நீ நானு மட்டும்தான் லைவ் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கோம். என்ன இதுல என்ன நீ வேற இல்லடா சொல்றேன். நம்ம 2 பேர் மட்டும் இப்படா நீ 3 தான்டா போடுவேன். நான் 2 போட்டுருக்கேன். ஒன்னியா கிடா பர்த்டேக்கு டான் இருக்கும் கைஸ்.
Time to meet up with everyone. I need to go to Party's DI. Come on, let's go check out how the preparations are going.
அகிடா வாய்ஸ் கேட்க முடியல. மன வருத்தமா இருக்கு.
Maybe she overslept.
We're here! What's got you all looking so worried? Oh, maybe she's just running late.
But I was told she had left first thing this morning.
And now Sino's here, but Nilu's still nowhere found.
We interrogated the people in charge of the caravan on the day of the incident. But they were technically the victims of the case, and all their goods were lost, so there was no evidence to invest. Their goods are certainly suspicious, but until we recover them, all we can do is to observe the caravan under the guise of protect. We contacted the original seller of the gem. Apparently, he sold the other half to a young man in the desert, but that's all he could tell us.
Wait, you think Nilu's disappearance is connected?
Traveler, Candace, there's no time to waste. Let's try to follow her trail. Tainari, can you stay back and explain the situation to everyone when they arrive? Let's start with the Grand Bazaar. We should ask around for clues.
Yeah, எதுவுமே இல்லையே.
Zip on up!
Sucker for a punch, fellow gambler.
Surprise! Zip on up! Over here!
Mr. Zubair!
Oh, hello. Did you need something?
We're looking for Nilu. Do you know where she is?
Nilu. She left this morning. Said she had to help out a friend.
Was she by herself? Did you happen to see which gate she used to leave the city?
She definitely left alone. As for the direction, I think she left through the gate to the north.
So, the complete opposite direction of Pardis.
Did something happen? This is no time for practical jokes, you know.
Mr. Zaire, could you send word to Pardis Di if Nilu comes back to the Grand Bazaar?
Of course. I'm sure she just got caught up in something. Still, let me know if you find her.
We will. All right. Let's leave through the north gate and see what we can find.
Surprise!
Miss Navita, have you seen Nilu this morning?
Nilu? Oh yes, I saw her head out of the city. She...
Which way did she go?
That way, I believe.
Was there anyone following her? Did everything...
I mean, it looked like she was in a mood. She even stopped to say hello. And no, I didn't see anyone else.
Step on up.
Excuse me. Have any of you seen Miss Nilu from Zubair Theater come this way?
Yes, General. I saw Miss Nilu cross the bridge after leaving the city this morning. There was a man waiting for her on the other side.
Wait, could that be the person who bought the second gem?
Did you see the man's face?
Unfortunately, no. Far away.
Understood. If she comes back this way, tell her to Pardis Di.
Yes, General.
Let's keep going.
The trail ends here. There's no one else we can ask for clues.
With this many traces, it's easy to get mixed up. Let me take a closer look. Sure. We'll continue analyzing the footprints over here.
Arasaka, it's you! Why would you need to hide? We're friends, aren't we? Oh, why? Let things slip, huh? Okay, we just have one question. Did you see... Really? Which way did she go? A messy pile of rocks? Oh, that makes sense! Thank you, Arasaka. Arasaka, about the other thing you mentioned. Well, guess that ends this conversation. Well, let's tell Sino and Candace what we learned.
The Fane of Ashwata? Where did you get this information?
Well, we were tipped off by some friends. We can vouch for the information.
All right, I trust you. Another vision? Was Nilu one of the voices? Let's head towards the ruins for now. The vision could mean we're on the right track.
Surprise! Over here!
We should be getting close.
This area is usually full of treasure hoarders. Nilu could be in... It's Nilu! Hey!
I don't think she can hear us. We're too far away.
Come on, let's go! Nilu! Nilu! We knew there'd be a bad guy with you! Leave her alone, you... Huh?
What are you doing here?
Can't we stick to one question at a time? Oh wait, that one doesn't count.
What dreadful cacophony! Are we not allowed a quiet place to practice?
Sarouche!
Ah, Pale Floater. And my Snapati!
You know this red floating being?
Excuse you! I, Sorouche, am a noble Pari, and the Bloomguard of Quarina.
Sarouche is a Pari we met in the Vorukasha Oasis. She's really nice. You just have to get used to the way she talks. So you were the one who bought the other gem!
A Wijat Eye Pari. Sounds like something I've read about before. Now's not the time for riddles. Everyone in the city is still worried about Nilu.
What message?
Don't tell me Rashnu fell asleep halfway there. Again!
Oh, hearing that name, this is all starting to check out.
Who's Rashnu?
Hold on, let's take this one thing at a time. What are you guys doing here? Sarouche, they're here.
I've had enough of these insufferable rascals, wreaking havoc in the desert right and left. Wake up, Rashnu! We need to teach them they'll never get another good night's sleep.
I'll trap them with my thorns when they pass by, and you can take care of the rest.
Perfect! They don't stand a chance. Let's give them a taste of sheer terror!
Boss! The wagon is stuck!
Huh?
Now! Behold my might!
Careful, Sarouche. Don't get...
Bombs! There are bombs falling from the sky! Ah!
Huh! Perish, you scoundrels! Who might you be? Then youth! Have you any idea to whom you So you're not entirely ignorant after all. Fine, I'm willing to call it a day. But if those scoundrels continue to disrupt the peace of this land, I will show no mercy!
You really can get along with anyone, huh?
Sethos fulfilled his duty well. I have come here for a monumental task.
What task?
Lord Kusanali is currently celebrating in the city. As her familiars, the Pari have decided to bestow upon her a special gift. As decided by Elder Zervin, the Bloomguard of the Pari, that would be me, will present the Dance of Sebzerus to Lesser Lord Kusanali, a tradition passed down centuries. Good thing I did. How was I to know the current version is nothing like the original?
Well, there are bound to be changes over the centuries.
I appreciated young Nilu's determination, so I invited her here to practice in peace.
Oh, so that's what happened. Feels like we've been chasing bad guys for days, but in the end, there were no bad guys at all. It was a surprise.
That would explain why there was a remote path away from Aru village. They're lucky you didn't catch them in the act.
Okay, remind Paimon not to get on Candace's bad side. Oh yeah! What exactly
It was a gift from King Deshret to Lesser Lord Kusanali. I only know the basics. I never thought these two gems could be connected to the relic from the legend. But the lost after the cataclysm in Conria, buried deep beneath the sands.
And Lesser Lord Kusanali turned the Quarina into a divine bird, tasked with guarding the border between new birth and death, until the bird shattered into pieces and gave rise to the party. So Candace actually saw things recorded by the WeChat Eye. Technically, the eye belongs to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Why don't you just give it back? I don't fully understand your reasoning, but if this is the decision of the group, as well as my Yasnapati, then I shall object no further. Well, are you going to let me teach the girl the dance Sub-Zeros, or do you intend to do this on incessantly?
Nice, welcome.
She's got a point. Now that we know it was all a false alarm, let's go back and tell everyone what happened. They're probably worried.
I'll tell the other Matra to keep an eye out for that caravan. If we find evidence of any misconduct, we won't let them off lightly.
Focus! No more distractions! Now, follow along!
I guess 5 of us are watching a part, so I like a photo point. 15 likes is so perfectly.
Nope, it was all just a misunderstanding. How are the preparations going?
I think I'll check it over later, though. We were so worried about you all. It was kind of hard to focus.
Great! We don't have to worry about the parade! Whoa, Paimon's never heard you play music before!
Actually, I have a favor to ask as well. These are the decorations for the flower carriage. Could you bring them to the sanctuary of Surasthana and hang them on the carriage? Oh, it would mean a lot to have the Knight of Flowers personally decorated.
You can count on us!
Guys, ஏதோ story வரப்போது நகிடா பத்திரிக்கை.
We're done. Now we just have to go to the sanctuary of Surasthana and hang the decorations on the flower. Huh. Wonder what the sanctuary looks like the night before the festival. Let's go check it out.
கைஸ் பர்த்டே நகிடாக்கு பர்த்டே ஸ்வே இந்த பர்த்டே சீன் ஸ்டோரி ஓடிச்சு ஸ்டோரி டான்ஸ்லாம் ஓடிச்சுன்னா அது ரெக்கார்டடா வேணும் ஹாப்பி பர்த்டே நகிடா அப்படின்ட்டு அதை ஒரு வீடியோவா போடுவேன் சரியா என் டார்லிங் பர்த்டேவெல்லாம் விடவே கூடாது கியூட்டி பை வாய்ஸ் தான் கேட்க முடியல எனக்கு மனசு பரவாயில்ல மாதிரி வரக்குள்ள கியூட்டி பை வாய்ஸ் 4வது டைமா கேட்பேன் என்ன யாருமே காணும் எல்லாம் வந்துட்டு போயிட்டாங்க எல்லாம் பிஸியா இருப்பாங்கப்பா எல்லாரும்
Step on up! Surprise! Over here!
டார்லிங்க்கு நல்லா டெக்கரேஷன் பண்ணிருக்கீங்களாடா ஓரளவுக்கு பரவாயில்ல
Surprise!
போடு நகிடாக்கு பர்த்டேக்கு வாவ்
That should be good. All we need to do now is wait for the parade tomorrow.
ஸ்டோரி ஸ்டார்ட் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா பார்த்துக்கோ ஸ்வே இப்பயே சொல்லிட்டேன் ஆமா ஓகே நகிடா பேபி வருது கியூட்டி பை பேசலாம்
Are those Parisaras?
இந்த வீடியோ வேணும். கரெக்டா இந்த வீடியோ நான் தான் சைலண்டா இருந்துட்டேன். சரியா ஸ்டார்டிங் அந்த ஸ்டோரி ஸ்டார்ட் ஆனதா அந்த ஸ்டோரி ஃபுல்லா வேணும். ஹாப்பி பர்த்டே போடணும். இன்னைக்கே போடணும். இருக்கியா ஸ்வே? சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கேன் சைலண்டா இருக்க. ஓகே நோ ஏதாச்சும் சொல்லலாம்ல. யாராவது இருக்கியாடா பாத்தியா?
On that topic, I wonder how much it's worth. An alarm. Yes, that's what I heard just now. Dear friends, a critical moment has arrived. It is time to come together and play genius in...
Great Archon, you have a long life ahead of you. Isn't it too early to draw such a conclusion? Thank you for your kindness, Great Archon. But we Pari have our own duties, and we find the city a bit too noisy. Well, that's also true. I have fond memories of my adventures with Pale Floater and my Yasnapati. Aw, really? Paimon's happy to hear that. It felt like this Sub-Zero's festival had surprises for everyone. When you called out the Aranara, Paimon nearly fell out of the sky in shock. No wonder Arasaka was so flustered. He was trying to keep it a secret. Oh, Paimon's sure everyone in Sumeru loved the surprise. It felt like a dream. Nahida? This spot is reserved for the mighty Pari. Paimon's the only one allowed to float next to him.
Oh god, seriously, I want to save this. எனக்கு இது ஒரு பிக்சர் வேணும். எனக்கு இது ஒரு பிக்சர் வேணும் ஸ்வே. இருக்கு. அவங்களே கொடுத்துருவாங்க. எங்கடா காணோம்? பிக்சர் எங்க? பாத்தீங்களா? Phone screenshot இல்ல. How can I say? நான் ஸ்கிரீன்ஷாட் எடுக்க ட்ரை பண்ண உழல. அதனால தான் வெளியே நீ ஒன்று பண்ணு, லேப்டாப்ல 180p போட்டு ஓகேவா, அந்த வீடியோ ஃபுல் இதில் வச்சுட்டு அந்த ஸ்க்ரீன் வரக்குள்ள பாஸ் பண்ணி வச்சுருந்தல, அதை ஸ்க்ரீன்ஷாட் எடுத்துக்கோ. அப்படி எடு. பேனர் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, உள்ள போய் பேனர் வச்சுக்கலாம். அதை வச்சு அதில் எடுத்து.
Ah, children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Oh, what is it, Granny?
Oh, no, no. You've done so much for Lea Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more.
லேப்டாப் இல்லையே, வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் பொறுமையா பண்ண, உடனே வேணும்னு சொல்லல. இந்த வீடியோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வேணும். அந்த வீடியோ முடிஞ்ச ஸ்கிரீன்ஷாட் எடுத்து அது தம்ப்நெயிலா ரெடி பண்ணி கொடு. அந்த தம்ப்நெயில் போட்டு நான் இன்னைக்கு அந்த வீடியோ போஸ்ட் பண்ணிடுறேன். சரியா? ஹாப்பி பர்த்டே நகிதா அப்படின்னு. Okay?
In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the well, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds. That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of
இன்னைக்கு
you.
வீடியோ வேணும், ஈவினிங்கே போஸ்ட் பண்ணு. இன்னைக்கு தான் நகிடாக்கு பர்த்டே.
Fortunately, I have not grown so old as my subspace. Oh, I will not go into too much the teapot that you entered previous.
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot isn't. But that's enough
That's right!
Oh, settle down now, children. Need for you to go running hither and thither. What's more, I doubt. Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. You would have to dig, but almost no, even more. In any case, Smaragd. Goodness knows it.
Well,
Yes, I suppose it does count as.
she counts?
Oh,
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yen Fei. She's the one helping run some Yen Fei.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written. One of Liu's before beating an ancient. A shame that we if we had. Allow me to introduce. Oh, yes. Here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address if you have an urgent issue.
All right, Yen Fei, all right. You'll have to excuse Yen Fei.
Paimon was good.
An adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was that he once can't. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two.
Well, that's a bit casual for an adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Leo at Harp?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too.
Is that so, Yen Fei?
I know, Granny, you've.
Whoa.
Commercial consultants, Crossel. A Snezhnaya merchant. He mentioned that, so I guess I'll go look for him. Oh, you want.
Wow. Best we be a little more careful than usual while.
Mr.
Oh, good, very.
You're too kind. I was simply doing.
Miss Yanfei.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus jadeite really rich?
No, I'm not. The contract. In return, I included a clause that.
Guaranteed genuine?
Of course.
In that case.
Oh.
Thanks a lot, Miss.
Oh, whatever shall I do?
அண்ணே இப்பதான் வரியா கோயில போ விட்டுட்ட மகிடா பர்த்டே விட்டுட்டேன்.
Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? We understand from Mr. Crossel that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him. My associates and... Would you mind?
The hairpins? I don't know how I spent so much money on them. We now have a big banquet is... That's what the hairpin... But now that I've lost...
Why does Paimon...
Would you
Hold on.
Huh? Well...
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's true.
Finish reading furthermore, and given the rarity...
Even higher. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
However, all of this is assumed...
Did you really have to pop... Whichever way you look...
Except that if we found the...
Please. Please, however much it is, now that it's come to this,
Yes, legally speaking. So hold on a moment.
What did I feel? My family has...
Smooth to the... No, it's not.
என்னது லேட் நானே அந்த கொஸ்டின் முடிக்கணும்.
You can't beat the atmosphere here at Liyue.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. You lost them? Are you... Mora? I just...
No problem. But before I can give an official, it was in fact
Of course.
All right, understood. I'll
Thank you very much.
Looks like I'll have to...
Please wait, Miss Church. It's not
My
Guys, இன்னைக்கு நோஸ் ப்ளீட் வந்துச்சு. லாஸ்ட் வீக்கும் வந்துச்சு, திருப்பி வந்துச்சு. பாடி ரொம்ப ஏறிட்டு போதா இல்ல வேற ஏதாவது ப்ராப்ளம்?
Miss Yunfei, what is this about? Are you here to tell me how much?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the Orin laid on those hairpins.
What do you mean?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer. I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental. If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your...
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossel's vicinity. If I've deduced correctly, he still have the Smaragdus jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his...
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. And then he'd throw the After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up the contract. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are
Well then, since you're so experienced in...
Won't be a problem, but first...
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even keep track. It feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain some...
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. For me, any further, any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
I understand. Then
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page and I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
This contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of brain juice again.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you...
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve. I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before.
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask, why are you helping me?
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geoenergy around Mr. Crossel, so perhaps he has, in fact, whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter. Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage. But again, let's not dwell on this. I've got it. If Mr. Crossel had his...
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh, it's you?
No, nothing of the...
Snezhnai? That was the first... He was quite... Why, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings. Yes, it's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to. I've heard it said.
If you must see for yourself.
Is that so? Well, we might as well give Elemental Sight a shot. So, did you find anything? So they really are different. But wait, how come Jichao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across many of these in my time. These two stones, actually, there may be only a sub, and I'm.
All right, let's focus.
But never mind.
Unusual action.
Miss Yenfei.
If you could just confirm.
Yes.
Then I have.
Of course.
Oh, I have this document.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say there's.
With this hard evidence to.
On the contrary, if you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Aha! Got it!
Well, that was quick.
Because lots of people, as you know, leave. But the amendments, as such.
So you helped.
Yes, well, You sound surprised. No. Oh, this has nothing to do with being an adeptus.
Again, with that casual.
Well, that's that then.
Try your luck betting on Jade?
Surprise!
Oh, Miss Yenfei, it's
Have no further trouble. Has a merchant by the
Crosel. The design of this order was on hold for a very long time.
Doesn't seem like there's.
Miss Inksy.
Ireland.
I'm sure Mr. Crosel kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself the inlaid gemstone.
Thank you, Sinksy.
Sure, it is
Nothing you need to worry about.
Why is everyone's first reaction always.
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need.
The weirdo with the snake around his neck?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement affirming that Smaragdus Jadeite is harmful. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, over here!
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs. And if it isn't Miss Yenfei as well. Now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
No. I'm here this time to.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it. The 7 mountain treatises state it is abundant in. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yenfei, I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus Jadeite?
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. A single document won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus Jadeite recently. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yenfei, if your pressing business might be related to this Snezhnai.
Ah, you needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baiju. Thank you for penning us that document.
You're too kind.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus Jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Ch was, in fact, Smaragdus Nephrite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this. I spent a huge sum to obtain that jade. Yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question. This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus Jadeite and Smaragdus Nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, Smaragdus Nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite. So I had him cut away the Nephrite, he returned the valuable Jadeite core to me, and some Nephrite samples remain in the store. What am I missing exactly?
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence, aren't we?
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all. Seems like he came... Hard evidence. Something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him, Traveler.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed Smaragdus Jadeite.
Hi.
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy's getting more belligerent by the second. You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal after all.
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet. Traveler, would you do the honors?
What's this?
Smaragdus Jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with Smaragdus Jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a dramatic change of personality and fall seriously ill. Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of Smaragdus Jadeite?
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous item, I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs. However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you posed. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
What? Wait! I knew.
Oh, so you knew? Oh dear, Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of Smaragdus Jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No, The hairpins aren't
actually inlaid with genuine Smaragdus Jadeite? Is that what you were about to say? You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have to pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in... Mr. Crossell, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting. He's seriously intimidating right now. It's like she's a different person.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was Smaragdus Nephrite. But I'm a victim in all of this too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small amount of smaragdus jadeite, in the hopes of turning it into a piece of jewelry that would fetch a fine price. But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I couldn't sleep a wink or eat a single bite. I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. But that's why I had another pair of hairpins made from smaragdus. I kept the real smaragdus jadeite, and especially I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only...
Exactly! If they weren't the real deal, why'd you make her pay so much?
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that smaragdus jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much I could make off it. If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business would be over.
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora, and...
10 times?
Kroso looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that smaragdus jadeite.
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much, Mora. Even if the smaragdus jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not, I think I owe some compensation for that.
Ms. Chow, you...
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of smaragdus jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead? I'll consider us even.
What? But all right then. This cursed rock's brought me enough grief as it is.
Miss Yunfei, I'll turn this smaragdus jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as remuneration?
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go. But whatever, it'll do.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yunfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks more appropriately.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on... Now, if I may confirm this again, Mr. Chow, have you and Mr. Crossell come to an understanding?
Well, yes, I believe we have.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
Is that so? That's good. That's good.
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I'd like to talk business for a second, if I may. I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair stock of fine ores. If we could join forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores, I think we could do some fine business between us.
Let me think for a moment.
Well, that's that. And we've got the smaragdus jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well that ends well, eh?
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. But this time, you managed to solve the problem with just a... even though the solution... actually finding the hairpins.
The right solution depends on your perspective on the objective of my client, Mr. Chow, an Adeptus. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal... In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more than it needs?
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit. Ad Ast... Thank you for... Ad Ast... Ad Ast...
detail did I miss?
Ah, you've returned. Good, good.
Well, if...
Oh, you.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business. I've been looking in...
Come now, child.
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Ah, Yanfei. Ah, Liyue is not the same place I once knew. All right, then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on top.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all. Just wait. There we go. Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen. Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more lively.
Wait a minute, Granny. How exactly are we supposed to use this?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've all...
Wow! This teapot seems even bigger inside than Madame Ping's. There's even a great big house in the middle, huh? But there's just a whole load of nothing around it. Paimon can't do that! Well, you're the one with the sword anyway. You do it! Still, why is it so empty here apart from that... Oh, wait a second. What is that?
Well, it seems...
It's a huge finch!
Excuse me, hang on a moment. Oh, call me. I suppose you may call me Tubby.
So you're the little helper.
Madam Ping? Oh, you must mean Ping. Yes, she did summon me here. You may leave all matters regarding your journey may be far from over, though it is the thus you may consider me now. Have you any? As long as you have a blueprint, you can refashion this realm.
Blueprint?
Yes, these are the. Just commit the. Then simply.
Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside,
I doubt it. A golden-eyed adeptus explained this to me at some point in the past. He said that even though subspace creation is a product of adeptal power, even that has its limits. This world is not a true one, after all. It provides merely a moment of brief respite from the mortal realm.
A golden-eyed adeptus?
I hardly remember myself. Well, let's not dwell. If there's any... If you ever...
நல்லா இருக்கு. Good. வச்சுக்கலாமா? அது போமா? Okay guys, that's all for today. See you again at the evening live. Bye bye. சூப்பர் ஸ்டார்ஸ் போடணும் அப்படின்னா எல்லாம் தயவு செஞ்சு வாட்ஸ்அப்ல ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் வாங்குங்க. ஓகே, டிஸ்கவர்லஸ்லேயே வாங்குங்க. ஓகே, இப்போ எத்தனை பேர் வராங்கன்ற பொறுத்து தான் போடலாமா நம்ம யோசிக்கணும். இல்லைன்னா பிஜிஎம் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணதுக்கப்புறம் கொஞ்சம் கேட்டு சொல்லுங்க.